Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Mario Superstar Baseball. It's analyses. We're looking at the man, the myth, the 17th legend. It's Dry Bones. As I said, ranked number 17, which is 4 higher than his last ranking, meaning that he moved from out of the meta to be our first character to break into the meta. The highest someone was willing to rank Dry Bones was 9, and the lowest was 24. So quite a bit of people looking at the negatives, people looking at the positives of Dry Bones for their ranking. And we're going to just discuss exactly what it is that he brings to the table that could make for such a drastic, number difference.
Andrew?
Well, there's the obvious elephant in the room. The green one gets star hits, and the angle's pretty good, but generally considered to be the worst among the 3 Green Noki, Green Bones, and Magic Koopa.
And Green Koopa Paratroopa.
And Green Koopa Paratroopa. That was the third one I was thinking of. Magic Koopa's a little bit better than the rest of those 3.
I think his star is the 5th worst of the 1-starters, because Toadsworth does have a star, but a lot of people don't like to use it. But I do think, though, his bat without a star is above Para and above Green Noki. I do think it's more consistent. I think there's better loft to it, and I like the fact that on Bowser teams he has chemistry. And I think he's a pretty good player.
I think that the bat is a little easier to maybe hit with than Noki and Green Paraman, but I think if you can hit, it's worse. I think if you're good with Noki and you're good with Paratroopa, you can get more consistent lands. And on top of that, I think both of those characters have much better fielding.
100%.
I think because Green Bones usually ends up in my outfield if he's on my team, and he's just slow, and his arm is very stinky doo-doo. So, he's a good 1-star hitter, and he's in the meta because of it, but that's, in my opinion, all he really has to bring to the table.
I think it's deserving that he's behind the other 4 1-star hitters because, like you did say, he's not as good in the field, and his star hit is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that a lot of Bones' used to be appeal was a lot of people used to pick Red Bones, and Red Bones, they were like, let's...
Red
Bones,
guy looks cool.
Red Bones looks awesome, and his charge hit's pretty good. But we found that Green Bones does have the good star hit, but it is objectively the worst star hit out of all of the good star hitters. You really only see Bones go 9th, not usually anything lower than that. He does add some stars to the Bowser team, which is good. However, just like first of all, his bat is so confusing. Like, it's so short, but it doesn't look like it. And second, he's just a tough character to really play. So you gotta put in some work with him.
I like when he explodes and he gets hit with a foul ball.
Yeah,
it's always
me too.
fun.
He's
Dry
very
Bones is fucking dead.
He's very susceptible to getting hit. Yeah. I don't know why his hitbox seems like it's more over the plate than other characters. So I think, I think leaning into pitches with him is pretty effective if someone's gonna jam you inside. So
Good point.
Speaking of jam, I wonder how he's trending. I tried really hard to think of a way to make that
Speaking
work.
of jam,
Well, let's see. You got jam, preservatives, jelly. Any of those have to do with trending?
Preservatives. You preserve a body.
And he's dead. But how does that involve trending?
All right, Andrew, what do you
Well,
think?
I see a futuristic world where Bowser first pick into Birdo Yoshi is more common than you might think. And if that Birdo Yoshi team takes all the other good star hitters, you're Bowser, you don't have a good captain, you might need Green Bones on that team. I think he'll always have a sort of niche, and there will be 3 better options per draft, but you might not get your choice of those options every draft. So I think he's always going to have his little place to fill. And I think seeing him in the top 18 might not be correct because I don't really think he should see every game. In fact, I think he should see likely less than half games. So I'm going to hit him with the trending down.
Yeah. I do also think he's trending down. He just doesn't have a good fielding position. There's nowhere where I'm just like, oh, you know who would really kick ass in this position? Green Bones. However, he did make a pretty decent play at second base today. It was way above his head, and he sliding catch and just, caught it. So it almost makes me believe for a second that, maybe sliding catch is just the same for everybody. It gives the same hitbox, but I don't think it does. But he's a little suspect, but for now I am going to go trending down. Not by much, but down.
I am also going to go trending down because I believe in a world where you are the worst of 5 star hitters, and there's a good possibility that captain stars are about to become more valuable. You can't be the 5th best 1-star hitter when you're going to start seeing people willing to spend stars on someone like Wario or Daisy, and of course the other 4 people that are just better at it than he is. So I think sadly he has to be trending downward.
So I'm going to say I think he's right where he should be. I think he's very good for maybe newer players to play with because I do think his bat is the easiest to maybe like time and get used to. But I do think that, at least in our club and our meta, I do think that people are getting better with maybe more versatile players. And I think being the worst 1-star hitter of the 5 means you don't have to get picked every game. But I do think that where he's ranked is pretty good. I think it's standard, and I think it's an okay rank.
You're crazy.
I'm crazy.
Dixie's taking that spot next year.
Ooh, I just got a text from my mom at 4:14 in the morning. Are you okay? More okay than dry bones in the outfield, am I right?
Am I right, ladies?
Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of analysing the characters in Mario Superstar Baseball. He's dead. He's bones. His shoes are green. And that's it.
See ya.
See you next time.
And if you want to get more information on this great game, come over to the Discord. Literally any question you have about this game could be answered by any of those guys in a second. They'll answer you literally right away. It might even be me. So the link is down below in the description. And also, we just recently started a Patreon. As of right now, there are no rewards for becoming a patron. We're currently brainstorming things that a patron would do. But we really like bringing you all this content. We put out a video every single day. We really love bringing you this content, and we want the quality of our content to be even better. So we started the Patreon as a way for you guys to chip in and donate so we can upgrade our equipment between controllers, recording equipment, whatever, because we're going off of literally stuff I own, and I pay rent and I have student loans, so it's not the best. But we'd love to update all that stuff for you. So if you want to join the Patreon, the name is right here somewhere, and it'll be in the description as well. So thank you so much, and some sort of rewards for patrons will be coming eventually. So thank you so much. And I want to give a quick shout out to the first 3 people who subscribed to our Patreon: Connor Nace, Jake Winans, and Blake Dubty. That's awesome, guys. I literally made the Patreon today, and 10 minutes in, we already had 2 patrons, and then Blake joined later. So, thank you so much. And I'm planning on shouting out our patrons at the end of any produced video. A lot of the games don't go through anything, like any production. They just go straight from the recording setup to YouTube. Anything produced will have the patrons' names at the end of the video. So, thank you so much for being our patrons, and catch you next time.